Alright, this is Christopher Foster once again, and this is a request and sign from Elon Musk is the greatest. I'm not sure what's going on with that name, but the name of this video is Top 10 Scariest Movies Ever Made According to Science. Let's check it out. Yay.
With the spooky season fully underway, you might be...
And by the way, I know I said this in previous videos, but if I sound like weird, if I sound like I have a lisp, that's because I have a real bad sore throat. And I cut my tongue a couple days ago. So if I sound like I have a lisp, that's why. Just saying.
Scrolling through your streaming services looking for the best horror films to watch this Halloween. Well, the self-proclaimed mobile TV and internet experts over at UK company Broadband Choices are way ahead of you, as they recently announced the results of their Science of Scare project that aimed to identify the scariest movies ever made.
They're here.
Poltergeist.
Using heart rate monitors and a group of willing tributes, they determined the 10 most frightening movies of all time, at least according to one particularly interesting metric. To do some scary movie science, the broadband company counted on the fact that nothing gets your heart rate up like a huge dose of fear. They attached to 50 people heart rate monitors, sat them in a room, and showed them some of the best-rated horror films, sourced from critics' lists and Reddit discussions, and screening in 5.1 surround sound to really hammer home the spooks. In all, the 50-person panel consumed over 120 hours of the best horror movies, while their heart rate monitors measured which movies got their blood pumping the most to find the ultimate
Conjuring
horror movie
2, right?
and crown the king of Fright Night. The creator of the study, Daniel Clifford, explained in more detail why the study was carried out. With more people than ever facing a Halloween at home, our Science of Scare study was designed to help people find the most scientifically scary films ever made, to save them the time of searching through thousands of titles across streaming services like Amazon, Netflix, and Shudder. While the study sample size was small and scariness truly is in the eye of the beholder, the results of the Science of Scare
Paranormal Activity, really? Those movies suck.
Films in history. In 10th place is The Visit, the 2015
never seen The Visit. Never heard. Oh, I've heard of it, but never seen it.
That sees a brother and sister visiting their eccentric
Don't
grandparents
care to
who
watch
aren't
it
at all
though.
who they've seen. Writer-director Neil Marshall's The Descent, about a group of women
Descent, that was a good
trapped
one.
inside a cave
I agree
system
with
and
that.
must fight for their survival, came in 9th place, with Jennifer Kent's terrifying directorial debut, The Babadook, landing in 8th place. James Wan's The Conjuring 2 and David
I love The
Ryan
Conjuring 2, better than the first one.
Best and most inventive horror movies
Even though the first one's good.
occupy spots 7 and 6 on the Science of Scare studies list. With a
That movie
film
was
that
scary.
kicked the genre into overdrive, Paranormal Activity coming
No.
in 5th position.
Paranormal Activity
Hereditary, the
sucks.
jaw-dropping
All of
2018
them.
horror flick from writer-director Ari Aster that made everyone look at telephone poles differently is the 4th scariest movie of all time, according to
Oh
the study.
yeah.
And in 3rd is
I
the
do like
original Conjuring movie directed
I do like Hereditary. It's not my favorite movie ever, but it was definitely scary as hell, for sure.
by Wan.
I agree with
In
that one
second
too.
place is yet another Wan feature, Insidious, which had
Good
the biggest
movie.
jump scare of
Which
all
is the
films
same guy's
shown
making
during the
this movie,
study,
which is
as
gonna be
determined by
great.
the highest
I love
rate
James
by
Wan,
the
so
group
he's
at
doing great with these
133
movies.
beats per minute. And finally, coming in at the top of the list, the scariest movie ever made, according to the Broadband Choices study, is 2012's Sinister.
Sinister was a good
From
movie.
Strange director Scott Derrickson, Sinister stars
It wasn't
Ethan
scary
Hawke as a
that
true
much,
crime
but it was
writer who
good.
finds footage of disturbing murders in the attic of his new home. The film truly got viewers' hearts racing, with the average heart rate amongst the 50 participants reaching 86 beats per minute, 32% higher than their average resting heart rate of 65 beats per minute. Insidious and Sinister producer Jason Blum once teased that there may be a crossover between the two films in the future, which,
Cool.
considering that they're both at the top of this list,
Definitely
has the
see
potential
that.
to be truly terrifying, assuming it doesn't mimic the disappointing second chapter that was Sinister 2. Interestingly, almost all of the films that made the top 10 were released in the years since Insidious upended the horror movie genre in 2011. And in an impressive coup, James Wan directed 3 of these top 10 scariest films: Insidious, The Conjuring, and The Conjuring 2.
Good
clearly
movies.
securing
He's
his
making
reputation
Megan
as a
too, which
horror
is going to be a
master.
kick-ass
If you're a
movie,
fan of
in my
horror, but want to
opinion.
watch something a bit less terrifying than one of the top 10 scariest movies ever made, the people behind this study have your back. In spots 11 through 20 are some true horror gems. The Ring, Quiet Place,
great.
A Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, The Texas Chainsaw
Great.
Massacre, 28 Days Later, The Exorcist, Hush, It, and Scream.
All
If
great
that wasn't enough,
classics.
the company
All those
also shared a
movies.
section for the best of the rest, which includes the likes of The Witch, The Blair Witch Project, Alien, The Thing.
The Witch, yeah. Alien, yeah. The Blair Witch Project, yeah. The Thing, Poltergeist, Classics.
Poltergeist, and The Shining.
Classic.
Taken all together, it's a pretty comprehensive list, though genre fans will, of course, feel free to argue about which movie deserves or doesn't deserve the top spot.
Yeah, that scene was
Rankings
weird when it
aside,
came
whether
out of
you're
the
looking
box.
for something new or something old school, there's bound to be something in this selection that makes you want to scream in a good way. Check out one of our newest videos.
Yeah. I never cared for Looper's videos. Most of those movies I've seen a billion times, so they don't really scare me anymore. But there were some good picks. It was a little bit rushed because it's only 4 minutes too long of a video, but I agree with most of the picks. I don't agree with Paranormal Activity. Those movies are boring. They're not scary in my opinion. They suck. They're not entertaining. They're just boring. But that's just my opinion. Comment below. Let me know what's your scariest movie you've ever seen. What's the scariest horror movie you've ever seen? Let me know. If you have any, I understand. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. I'm getting the fuck out of here. So my name is Chris Fawcett, and I pooed this message.